If you are a print-on-demand seller, then you've probably heard of Teespring, Redbubble, and Merch by Amazon. And it's actually true that they all do marketing for your listings for you. But the question is, what does that actually mean? In this video, I'm going to explain 3 things. First, I'm going to explain what is the actual marketing that each one of these sites does for you. Second, I'm going to explain what the actual traffic numbers are that they're getting to their site every month. And third, I'm going to explain how to take advantage of all this traffic to sell more shirts. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Greg and I like to talk about online entrepreneurship. I've been selling on print on demand for years, and what I like to do with this channel is share helpful resources to help you guys out. So if you're interested in those things, feel free to look around the channel and consider subscribing. Now, first things first in this video, let's dive right into what are the different types of marketing that all 3 of these sites are going to be doing to help you sell shirts. First, let's talk about Teespring.com. This is one of my favorite sites to sell print on demand on because not only are they going to add your listings to their marketplace, but they're also going to do paid external marketing for you. Now, in a couple seconds down in this video, I'll break down all of their paid external marketing so you know what's going on behind the scenes. Number 2, we have Redbubble.com, another great site to sell print on demand. They will just be adding your listings to their marketplace, but this isn't so bad. I'll explain why in a bit. Number 3 is Merch by Amazon. This is Amazon's version of print on demand. Again, they're just going to be adding your listings to their marketplace. And trust me when I say this is not a bad thing. They're not going to be doing any paid external marketing for you like Teespring does. However, wait till I get to the traffic numbers and you'll see why this is such good marketing on its own. So now that we've covered the basics of what kind of marketing is going to be done for you on each one of these 3 sites, now let's get into what kind of traffic comes to these sites on a monthly basis. As far as traffic goes, I'm going to break each one of the 3 sites down into 3 categories. First is going to be how many people are visiting that website on a monthly basis. Second is going to be average visit duration, so how long they're actually staying on the website when they come and visit. And third is going to be the average amount of pages viewed during that visit. First, let's start off with Teespring.com. Now, for all 3 of these sites, these numbers are really going to blow your mind, but on average every month, Teespring.com gets roughly 14.27 million visitors. That means every month there are over 14 million people going to Teespring and looking through their shirts. Now let's talk about the average visit duration of these 14 million people per month. The average visit duration of people going to Teespring is roughly 2 minutes and 31 seconds. And further, for each one of those people viewing the site, they're viewing an average of 4.08 pages. That means on average, over 14 million people are going to Teespring per month. When they get to the site, they're staying there for over 2 minutes and they're going to roughly 4 different pages. Now, if those numbers don't blow your mind, let's get into Redbubble.com. Redbubble.com's average monthly traffic is around 17.9 million monthly visitors. The average visit duration for each one of those is roughly 4.25 minutes, and they're viewing on average 5.5 different pages. These numbers for Redbubble.com are even higher than Teespring.com, but wait until we get into Amazon. As you guys likely already know, once you create a listing for Merch by Amazon, it gets listed on the Amazon marketplace. So essentially, all the people that go to Amazon.com are a potential buyer for your merch listing. So with that said, let's look at Amazon's numbers. Amazon's monthly traffic is roughly 2.19 billion monthly visitors. The average view duration for these visitors is 7 minutes and 6 seconds, and the average amount of pages they're viewing is 9.12 pages. These numbers are astronomical. So as you can tell, all of these sites individually get a ton of traffic. But as I mentioned previously, although Teespring gets the lowest amount of traffic at 14 million per month, they do additional paid external marketing for you. So let's break down what that paid external marketing actually is. Now for you guys, if you go into your Teespring.com account and you go to the settings page, you can see all of the additional marketing they're going to be doing down in your increase your sales section. Now essentially how this works is you want all of those to be turned on, and it's going to be 0 cost to you as a seller. You'll never have to pay anything to Teespring. How it works is if Teespring does this paid marketing for you and they get a sale, Teespring will take a split of the profit to cover their paid marketing. So just know by having all of these turned on, you may not see the biggest profits when a sale comes from one of these. However, the reason to have them on is because you will be getting additional sales that you wouldn't otherwise be getting if you didn't have them turned on. Here's the breakdown of what these actually are and what it means behind the scenes. So the first thing Teespring will do for you is called basic retargeting. And I actually really like retargeting. The reason is because it's extremely effective. Basic retargeting alone accounts for roughly 5 to 10 or more % of an increase in sales. Now, what retargeting is essentially this. If someone comes and sees one of your listings on Teespring.com and they don't end up actually buying it right then and there, well, Teespring made a note of who that person is. So as that person goes on tomorrow or next week searching around the internet, Teespring will serve reminder ads, kind of showing that shirt again to the person to kind of refresh their memory and be like, oh, I almost forgot about that. And then it'll bring them back and they can make the purchase then. The way that this works is almost every website on the internet sells advertising space. It's a way that websites can make money. So what Teespring does is they use the information they collected about the user to track which websites they're going to. And when that user goes to a website, Teespring purchases ad space on that website and shows the listing that the person viewed from Teespring. It creates an extremely relevant advertisement for that specific viewer, and this works on a large scale. So Teespring can do this for all of your listings. Every person who views it, if they end up not buying it, Teespring will retarget that to them on different websites. Now, the second thing that Teespring does for us in paid external marketing is called boosted retargeting. Now, this is the exact same thing as basic retargeting, except it's going to be with premium ad spaces. Now, some websites out there are very big and very reputable, so they can charge premium ad rates. So if an advertiser wants to pay to have their ad on that website, they have to pay more money. So this is essentially what boosted retargeting is it's the same as basic retargeting, but on premium websites. So what this means for you and me is basic compared to boosted. If Teespring makes a sale through basic retargeting, their split that they take out of your profit is going to be smaller. If the sale came from boosted retargeting where they had to spend more on the advertisement, then their split of the profit will be a little bit bigger. Now keep in mind through all of this, no matter what you're using, you will still get profit and you'll never be charged. It's just the split of that overall profit that Teespring uses to cover their expenses from the paid marketing. The third thing that Teespring will do for us is called boosted product listing ads. And essentially what this is when someone's searching on Google, they search for something that's relevant to your listing. Teespring will pay to have a Google advertisement of your listing, so it'll be relevant to that search and someone can click on it, go right over to your Teespring listing and see your shirt. Now, the awesome thing about Google ads is that when someone is Googling something, it typically means that they have buyer's intent. They're looking for this type of shirt because they want to buy it. So by having an advertisement on Google, chances are the people that click on it and go over and view your listing are ready to buy something. Now, the fourth thing that Teespring will do for you is email marketing. So Teespring has collected millions of emails, and they send out relevant emails based on what people have viewed, what people have bought in the past. And by having this option turned on, you have the ability to have your listings included on emails that are relevant to certain people. So this is awesome. You don't have to worry about opening up a Shopify store or something to collect emails so that you can do your own email marketing. Teespring has already built up the list. They have segments, they have tags on people for what they're interested in. Just let them do the work for you. Now, the fifth thing that Teespring offers for us is organic Google ranking. So you just turn this switch on and essentially your listings will show up in Google organically. Teespring is such a powerful website. They carry a lot of weight in Google ranking. So by enabling this, it allows your designs to organically show up in Google search results. Now, the sixth thing that Teespring will do for you, which is absolutely awesome, is called the Teespring Boosted Network. Now, by having this one turned on, it makes all of your listings eligible to be listed in 7 of the world's biggest marketplaces. This is awesome because you don't have to lift a finger. If Teespring likes it, it meets all their criteria, and they want to list that shirt, they will list it in 1 or all 7 or more of huge marketplaces out there. The top 7 marketplaces that I've seen that I think are the biggest where your designs can be listed are Wish.com, JD.com, Etsy.com, Rakuten.com, Walmart.com, eBay.com, and Amazon.com. Now, with Amazon, you may be thinking, can I still do Merch by Amazon? Yes, you can still upload your designs to Merch by Amazon separately, and if Teespring chooses to list your item in Amazon, you will get that exposure as well. Now, I want to be clear, by having this turned on, it does not mean that if you upload it to Teespring, they will put it on all 7 of these marketplaces for you. It simply means that your listings are eligible to be listed on these marketplaces. Now, there are definitely a couple tips I can pass on to you from experience to increase your odds of being selected and listed on these marketplaces, and here's what they are. One is to make sure that you don't have any spam in your titles or descriptions. Don't make your titles or descriptions full capital letters. Don't put things that are really clickbaity or things that Teespring wouldn't want to promote and put their reputation behind. Number 2 is make sure that your titles, descriptions, and most importantly, your designs are family friendly and not inappropriate or controversial or something that Teespring, again, wouldn't want to put their reputation behind. And third, Teespring is often looking for holiday or event-driven designs because when the time comes around for the holiday or the event, they need to pick out their best designs that are in that category to put over on these marketplaces. So if you have great designs based on these holidays or events, as that time comes around, Teespring will be looking for great designs to integrate into these marketplaces. So with all of that being said, what does this all mean for you? We know where the traffic's coming from. We know what each one of these sites is going to do for us. So what do we do with this information? The best way I can put it is to think of this like a fishing operation. This will really make this click for you. So imagine the story where you are a fisherman and you're given this whole section of this river. Now these big sites, Teespring, Redbubble, Merch by Amazon, they will direct you millions of fish down your river every single day completely for free. You don't have to lift a finger on doing that. Now you can catch as many fish as you like, and every fish that you catch, you will have someone go out and take the fish off the hook, reset it, and put it back in the water. If you have all of this at your disposal, you have tons of fish coming in, you have people to take the fish off the hooks for you, how are you going to catch the most fish? Now, a lot of people in print on demand go with the strategy of creating a couple really exceptionally good designs and then trying to drive their own people to it. The example for this would be crafting a few really good lures and putting them in the water and then trying to drive our own fish into the river with the millions that are going to be coming anyways. Now, yes, you will definitely be catching fish because your lures are so attractive to them, but you're also going to be spending money on bringing in your own fish when there's millions coming down the river every day anyways. Now, on the other hand, the strategy that I personally use and recommend for you guys is creating as many great designs as you can and just letting them do the marketing for you, bringing all the traffic to see your listings every day. How this would show up in the fishing equation is if you can create thousands of different lines in the water with not exceptionally really complex great lures on them, just great lures on them, these millions of fish that are going to be coming down the river every day, they're going to be hitting these lures and biting them. Now you're going to have someone to take the fish off and put it back in. If you have thousands of lines in the water with great lures on them and millions of fish coming by every day, you're going to catch a lot more fish than if you have a couple lines in the water with exceptionally good lures on them and the same millions of fish coming down. The secret key to this fishing example on why it represents print on demand so well is because for every fish you catch, you have someone to take that fish off and put the lure back in the water. Just like print on demand. Every time someone buys a shirt, they will print it and ship it for you and relist that design. You don't have to lift a finger. If you were a single fisherman or a single t-shirt seller, as you scaled up and got more orders, you wouldn't be able to keep up because you would have fish on every line. You wouldn't be able to take them off and reset them in the water fast enough. Just like with shirts, you wouldn't be able to print them and ship them out fast enough. However, with print on demand, they do all of that for you. All we have to worry about doing to grow our business is creating and uploading more great designs. So the last thing in this video is a key fundamental takeaway that I want you to remember. Every time that you get a sale on Teespring, Redbubble, or Merch by Amazon, you make money, but they also make money. With that said, when they see that people like your designs and they're buying them, they will start to move them up in their marketplace or do more paid marketing for you so that you get more exposure and get more sales. What that means is more money for you and more money for them. They are on our team to get us the most sales possible because every time we make money, they make money too. So guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, I really appreciate the thumbs up. I'm going to link up 2 helpful videos for you guys, a full tutorial on how to use print on demand and a full tutorial on how to create great designs. With that being said, if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.